Alright, hey guys, what's going on? It's going to be the real first episode today of PaddleCast. Got the full crew here today. I'm Matt. We got Stefan.
Hey. Yeah.
And we got Eric.
Of course you do.
Of course, he's not MIA like he was earlier in the episode. So like we said, in the earlier episode I should say, but like we said, the first episode is going to be Microsoft's E3 predictions. We pretty much scoured our brains trying to figure out what to talk about with this. Just got a ton of games that we think we're going to be seeing, some demos after that, some Xbox Live Arcade stuff, DLC, and just where we think they're going with the console. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a possible new Halo game. No, we're not talking about ODST, but we're talking about possibly Halo 4. And I personally think that Xbox should do it because of the lack of just exclusive games they got going. But what do you guys think?
I think Halo is overrated.
Halo's overrated. I think I sort of agree with that. I think Call of Duty pretty much just blew that game away.
Oh
but
my god!
I know,
10 times.
I know a lot of Halo fanboys will be throwing stuff at us for saying that. But I mean, if you look at it, I think Halo is just inferior to a lot of other games. Maybe it started the whole awesome online stuff for the console, but I think it's been surpassed.
It's garbage, I think. What do you think, Eric?
I'm actually going to have to agree with Matt. I mean, they can't just, dump Halo. Microsoft really doesn't have anything right now to match with Sony, even though Sony's, obviously in last place, but really, PS3 seems like it's going to get some legs right now, and 360 doesn't have much to keep up with it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe the story of, the Halo saga has reached its end, but I think really trying to figure out how to continue the story, because they have to milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Because 2009 does not look good for Microsoft, and if you look at, maybe they've held on to what they're going to be releasing this year for E3, but it does not look good. And if you look at the PS3, you got God of War possibly coming out, you've got, Heavy Rain, you've got, a ton of other games. Infamous is hitting stores in 40 minutes right now. I think they really have to, try and get a new Halo game out, because nothing is more synonymous with Xbox than Halo.
You don't think they're fucking with the series too much? In one was good. I could play through one, enjoyable experience. 2 was alright, but it was, glitchy. And then 3, they just cluttered everything together. They just kind of took, they were like, we could span this in 5 games, but instead we're just gonna fucking cram the next 3 games into one game and call it Halo 3.
See, what I think is, yeah, it may stink, but if it's called Halo, people will buy it. And
yeah.
I think Microsoft has to have that mindset. The last time I looked, they're not that far ahead of PlayStation 3 now. It's still a multiple million unit lead, but I think that's shrinking. And they had the year advance. So if you take out the first year's sales, I think they're pretty even, and they have to really start stepping up. Trying to push more consoles out, and I think another Halo game could do that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Any words, Eric?
he's been
You
quiet.
guys took over, but
He's a little camera shy.
Master Chief is Microsoft's, main guy. Sony's got, now I think it's Kratos, because he's been there for 2 consoles with them. Well, now going into 3 with the PS3, and Nintendo's got Mario and numerous people, and they can't just stop their marquee guy right now, because if Microsoft's going to expand with their consoles now, they can't just stop with Halo, because it's their number one thing. It's the reason why people have a 360, basically.
Yeah,
They're not going to stop, though. They always have that cliffhanger ending at every Halo, so they could definitely make another one. It's just...
Yeah, I think they can.
It's got to end sometime.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, you never know.
Alright, next topic.
But moving on, we got Crackdown 2 possibly coming out. That's the the game that's always been famous for having the Halo 3 beta. I'm personally not that interested in it, but I think that this will be announced, and I think we'll see probably for the holiday season, and then we'll see a demo sometime shortly after E3 or into the fall season. But I never really got into the first Crackdown, so I can't really spend that much time talking about it. But any opinion from you guys?
Haven't you played it, Eric?
Yeah, actually, I played about a few hours of Crackdown. if I can compare it to like what's out now to give you guys a good mental picture, it's more like Infamous, Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, stuff like that. But obviously you play the opposite role. You're like a superhuman cop, and you have all these powers basically. Like if I could level it down, Infamous is for the PS3 in terms of like a supernatural free roaming game, exclusive to PS3. And I think Crackdown 2 is Microsoft's comeback, because I know Prototype's multi-platform, and I know Microsoft can't really support a multi-platform game to go against an exclusive. So
true.
I don't know, I'll probably check it out.
I won't. I don't have a 360, so
you gotta get one. So next, a huge game for the first installment of the series, Mass Effect 2. There's been a lot of talk. I think we'll be seeing a demo for it sometime probably this summer, leading into the holiday season again. I personally wasn't a fan of the first one. I just couldn't get into it. I was just slow moving. Maybe I didn't give enough time, but I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And but they're saying BioWare is saying that it's going to be darker than the first one. And we were joking before we came on, just saying like, it's just got to be better than the first one. I just didn't.
Yeah, in any way and form. But people like to compare this RPG to like the best RPGs of all time, and it's really not, people. It's really not the best RPG of all time. If anyone's ever played like Suikoden 2 or like even like Valkyria Chronicles, like they raped this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't see the whole, awesomeness of it. But and then after that we have Alan Wake. Will this game ever really see the light of day?
Like, no pun intended. Yeah,
right. We were reading about it, and it's pretty much like I guess they're trying to be like a psychological thriller, but we were reading, and it said, at least according to online websites, that the most useful weapon in the game is a flashlight. And personally, that doesn't sound that fun. I can do that probably in my backyard with raccoons and get even more out of it. But it's from the guys who make, it's from Finish, the company behind the Max Payne games. So I guess maybe,
there's a possibility. Definite possibility.
I don't know. It's just, this may feed into the Killzone 2, sickness of being just too overhyped and just people, not liking it because it didn't live up to the hype. I mean, this game has been talked about for freaking, feels like years now.
Yeah,
so,
it's episodic too. Like, people weren't into that with Siren Blood Curse. If you guys ever played that on the PS3, people weren't into that episodic content. Like, it really turned a lot of gamers off.
I just hope that the game's hype or just delay doesn't really kill it. But I will definitely give it a try, because what I've seen of it, it looks pretty cool, and I'm hoping that finally, even just for the freaking publisher's sake, that it gets released. Because we were also talking about another game that's been delayed for 1,000 years, Duke Nukem. That's just like crazy.
11 years, I think, in development. 11?
I don't know.
It's a lot. I swear, I think it's 11.
It's been around. Just, I don't even know what's going on with that game.
If it's announced, oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, right. There'll be just celebrations in the street, but I don't think it'll be coming either. I don't know. But also Splinter Cell Conviction looks like I heard it's a whole different change from the earlier ones. I never really got into the Splinter Cell series, but I don't know, if the guy has a beard now and he looks a lot older, so maybe that will help.
Yeah, that'll help the game. Now he has a beard.
Well, wait, it helped Metal Gear Solid, sort of, because 4 was better than 3, so who knows?
That's true. Beards definitely help. Everybody loves a good beard. And that was a good segue. That was a good segue, Eric. Metal Gear Solid 4, will it be coming to the Xbox 360?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think... if you look at just the discs, PS3 runs on Blu-ray, that holds a lot of freaking memory. If you look at Lost Odyssey for the 360, it's 4 discs.
It's not even about disc size. It's just
I'm saying, but
even Konami announced, it'll never happen.
Yeah, I think, I guess if the money was there, maybe, but I don't know if after spending $50 million on GTA DLC, I don't think Microsoft has enough with all the all the money they spend on putting in those red LED crystals for all their Red Ring of Deaths. I don't think they have enough money now to buy off other exclusive content, or but I don't know. never know what will happen, but I really don't think MGS4 will be seeing an Xbox, and you never know.
Sorry, but I bet it's not like as hard as people make it seem like to put MGS4 on the 360. Because like Hideo Kojima or whatever, he's all about himself. So he's just gonna say, "Oh, hardest game ever to make because I'm the best developer ever." He's like Peter Molyneux basically for the PS3. It's like I'm the best ever. No one can do what I can do.
No one can touch him. But
he is a badass.
But the thing is, like, you hear all these people saying, like, I hope it comes to the 360. Just go and buy a PS3. The game is out. You don't have to wait. Just go and pick up. If you're that into MGS, go buy a PS3 because the game is sick if you haven't played it. I'm not even a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and I was blown away by it. And it's just, if you want to play it, just don't wait because, like we said, it doesn't look like it's coming out. But you gotta toss that one into the rumor mill, and we have to talk about it. So.